Interlaken was founded in 1133. Tourism started as early as 1690. By the early 19th century, many musicians, painters, poets, and novelists came from England. Over time, more Brits followed. Today's tourists far outnumber the local population. They come from all over the world. About a quarter are from Japan, and increasing numbers are from China and the Gulf countries. We arrived in Interlaken about 3 o'clock, took a couple hours break, and then we had a 20-minute walk to take a funicular ride. Interlaken has this funicular train that opened in 1913. It rises about 2,500 feet above the town in 10 minutes. The incline is 64%. That's steep. In the early 1960s, a new engine and cable were installed, and new cars arrived in 1966.
I see one.
We're looking for ibex over here.
Oh,
there they are.
Yes, I saw it. I can smell them. You're right. Okay. They're small. I was thinking they were going to be.
See, Interlaken is between that lake and this one over here. When you get off the funicular, you have a 5-minute walk to the restaurant, and these cute statues are along the way. The restaurant is very appropriately named Beautiful Views. There's the other lake. And that's probably the road that goes out to Lauterbrunnen. In 1865, a former doctor's home was remodeled and opened as the Hotel Victoria. 4 years later, they bought the Hotel Jungfrau next door. In 1899, the two hotels were connected by a central entryway, imposing facade, and the distinctive dome. Many vacation destinations in Switzerland attract visitors, mainly in the winter. Interlaken, however, is a year-round resort. Along with nearby skiing, there's paragliding, river rafting, hiking, bungee jumping, and hang gliding. Afternoon in Interlaken, we've seen many hang gliders, but not this many all at one time. One guy way up there. The planned activity for today was a trip up the Jungfrau, walking on ice and having a reception in an ice cave. So we walked around town instead and had a nice time. Bern, the capital city of Switzerland, traces its origins to the 12th century. The old city of Bern is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The bear has served as a symbol of Bern since 1191. It's a symbol of both the city and the surrounding canton. It's featured on their flag and coat of arms. Bern, and this is a bear pit. I've read about them Middle Ages, but this one has bears in it sometimes. Even sleep with the bears. I don't think so. And here's the medieval part of Bern today. One of the bears. Here's another one. Guess it's too early for them to be out and about. This whole area here is for the bears. Oh, there's one down there.
Oh, there's a bear down there.
There's one that's moving.
Morrissey.
Got a nice pond. Bears have a nice view of the river. Old Town, modern building. There's a clock tower down there. And a bridge. It's the other side of the bear pit. We've got a nice little pool to cavort in. And a bunch of blocks to climb on, but they're not over here. They're over on the other side by the river. In the Municipal Rose Garden in, end of September. It's been decided that everyone should be able to reach a green spot within 5 minutes of where they live. It's the oldest part of Bern. Bern is a federal capital of Switzerland, and the 3 green roofs is where the government meets. The building with the black roof is where Einstein used to teach.
Restaurant. Once you decide to sleep on a bridge, that's the occasion. And at the far end, these 2 small houses are apartments on a bridge. We will enter to the city center. You will notice there are arcades. We have 6 kilometers of arcades in Bern. All the shops underneath. Very comfortable when it's raining, or this summer when we had really high temperatures. It was also nice and shady. It's called the longest shopping center of Switzerland. And in the middle we have the city street. And you see the cellars, always accessible from outside. We have about 200 cellars. In the old times, they were used to store wine. Today we have shops, we have hairdressers, we have 3 theaters in the cellars. Quite nice and cozy to go to, also to a music location. We have a cellar, cinema, restaurants and bars.
Landmark medieval tower was built around 1218 to 1220 as the gate tower of Bern's western fortifications. It has served as a guard tower, prison, clock tower, and civic memorial. The tower's outstanding features are an astronomical calendar clock and the musical mechanism installed in 1530. Right before the clock strikes the hour, a rooster crows, bears dance, a jester jokingly signals the hour too early, the quarter-hour chimes are heard from the tower, and the god of time turns his hourglass over. A golden figure finally strikes the hour. The hands of the astrolabium move more slowly, but just as precisely. The discs of the astronomical calendar clock, both fixed and rotating spheres, form an exact replica of the constellations with the Earth in the center. Sun, moon, and stars circle our planet. The complex display of the northern hemisphere always shows the current zodiac sign, the moon's phase, the time of sunrise and sunset, and the date. Check out Wikipedia if you're interested for more details. It's amazing.
Right and left our views of the Ara River here as we cross over straight ahead the National Museum. You can see there. A caged social animal. Okay, so what is that? That's a bird, a gerbil, a guinea pig, anything along those lines. A caged social animal. You are not allowed to own just one. It has to have a buddy. You have these instances, of course, where one of the buddies may not make it as long as the other buddy. You know, it does not happen simultaneously. And so there are rent-a-buddy businesses. Yes, you can rent a buddy for your buddy.